Alright YouTube, so we are back with some Final Fantasy VII Remake content. Of course, today we're talking about something a bit different and kind of interesting, but before we hop into it, I did upload another video to the second channel where we talk about a recent rumor regarding Konami working on 2 separate Silent Hill games, so be sure and check it out. Any support on the second channel is appreciated. So what we're here to talk about today is this companion guide that popped up on Twitter recently. And it was found by KovKov over on Reddit, and that's why I love Reddit so much, because I don't understand how people find this stuff. This was a Japanese Square Enix game guide Twitter account. Like, who follows these accounts? How do you come across this stuff? But they found it. Reddit is a fantastic source for information, man, because people find things all over the damn internet. Also with the tweet, they have pictures of a postcard book and some high-definition art. And according to the translated tweet, if you do like the auto-translate thing, it says there's 8 different types of art, so I'm assuming we get some of the other key art images, like Barret, Tifa, and Cloud. But that's still only put us at 5 images, so I'm not sure what the other 3 would be, but there's plenty of different kinds of arts out there. I'm not really sure what the sizes of the pictures are, but it'd be pretty cool to have some like really good quality like posters or pictures to hang up on your wall. But anyways, onto this companion guidebook. So the translated description of it says, all information in the lead up to Final Fantasy VII Remake in one place. The cornerstone of RPGs, Final Fantasy VII, is getting a complete remake with the latest technological advancements and stunning visuals. With the massive story, diversity of characters, and multiple battle systems, just to name a few, we put all you need to know to play about Final Fantasy VII Remake in one book, Special Project Final Fantasy VII Novel by Kazushika Nojima. Included at the back, you can understand the story of Final Fantasy VII in greater depth in the lead-up. So while it is called a companion guide, it's not like a guide or walkthrough for Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's supposed to be, I guess, if you just need to learn about the game. I don't know why you'd even need this thing, other than maybe a collectible item or something. Because it, like, I guess tells you about like the new combat system and the characters, and I guess at the back of the book there's a story, or it explains the story for Final Fantasy VII Remake, or I don't know, it just seems like it's kind of a weird product. If you've been following the game for the almost a year now that they've been talking about it, you probably already know everything that's going to be in here. That being said, however, there could be some new stuff in here, like when they talk about the characters, maybe they go further in depth on explaining the history or backstory of characters, so a character like Rosh, for example, who we've had very brief descriptions of, maybe they tell us a lot more about him. Also, according to KovKov, it says, the book is advised to be fully read before playing the game, hence the prior release date. The novel is confirmed to be related to Final Fantasy VII's story, and the novel he's talking about is, of course, the story at the back of the companion guide. But the main thing I want to talk about was the actual release date. You're supposed to read this thing prior to playing the game, right? The release date of this companion guide is March 19th. Let's think about that for a second. You're supposed to, again, read this before playing the game. The release date of this is more than 2 weeks past when the initial release date of the game was going to be. The game was initially supposed to come out on March 3rd, and this product, this item, is coming out on March 19th. This product you're supposed to have prior to playing the game. What are the odds that this game was delayed because the tie-in products weren't ready yet? I know it sounds kind of crazy, but hear me out on this. We've been saying from the beginning that the delay was kind of strange because it was only about a month. This is actually more like 5 weeks, but still, more or less a month. And if they need to fix and polish the game, that did not seem like enough time, right? Look at like Cyberpunk being delayed 5 months, for example. It was delayed much more for a similar reason. Very different games, but the point still stands. You also have this product being revealed pretty much today. The tweet went out almost at midnight last night, so more or less it was revealed on the 23rd. So as it stands right now, this companion guidebook was revealed about 77 days before the release of Final Fantasy VII Remake on April 10th. So if we look at the initial release date of March 3rd, 77 days before that should have been December 17th because of the leap year. The game was delayed on January 14th, so a little over a week ago. Just looking at all the numbers of everything, this companion guide should have been revealed a very long time ago, but it wasn't because it probably wasn't ready yet. Look, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, tinfoil hat crazy, or anything like that, but the simple fact is this product does not make sense coming out after the release date of the game, and the release date of this product is more than 2 weeks after the initial release date for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm just saying, it looks pretty bad. It looks like the game was delayed because of products. And if you guys have been following this game at all, you've seen all of the different items and products they've been trying to sell to us. Even as I've been making this video, Square Enix retweeted something of another product that they're trying to sell. Well, I guess actually it's the Final Fantasy VII Remake account that retweeted this. They're trying to sell every damn product they can to us. They've been monetizing the hell out of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And a lot of these products, a lot of people buy this stuff because of the hype for the game, right? Like if you're going to buy all these items because you're anticipating the game, once the game comes out, less people are going to buy these things. And this item specifically, this companion guide, is something that you're going to buy prior to the game. It's not really something you're going to buy afterwards because you don't need it anymore. The game is already here. There are still collectors and people that will buy this stuff anyways, regardless of the timeline or when you're supposed to buy it. Look, again, I don't want to sound like a crazy person, but if we're just going by the numbers, this product should have been revealed back in like mid-December, like December 17th or so. They had an entire month, the later half of December or the first half of January to reveal this product. It was never revealed. We get the game delayed. Here we are a week later after the delay. Here's this product that's coming out after the initial release date of the game, man. It looks bad, dude. And I'm not the only person who has this line of thinking. There's multiple people on this Reddit post alone that think the same thing. There just seems to be so much focus on the bottom line, how much money can they get out of this product, that it makes me a little bit worried about the game. Everything I've seen so far, as I said before in so many videos, everything I've seen seems great. I love everything I've seen. There's not one complaint I have about Final Fantasy VII Remake, but we haven't seen the full game yet, and that's the thing. We'll know once we have the full game in our hands, because the community is going to tear this game apart. It's Final Fantasy VII Remake, for God's sakes. Whether or not this was actual fan service or if this was a cash grab, based on how they handle this game. Based on the amount of content that is in the base game and whether or not they're trying to sell like add-ons or DLC packs to us, and whether or not they're story DLCs, and if they're story from the original game that they're trying to sell to us outside of the base game, outside of your $60 purchase, things like that. Like how they handle Final Fantasy VII is going to set the precedent for Square Enix going forward. They have to handle this game perfectly. So to sort of close out the video, it's a little bit longer of a video than we normally make. I'm not saying anything definitive. I'm not trying to convince you that this is why the game was delayed, but it looks that way when you look at the numbers. It's suspicious, man. So I'm very curious what you guys' thoughts are on this. The video's a little bit longer than normal, so it depends on when it gets done processing, whether or not I'm going to put out today on the 23rd. It'll be a late upload if it is, or whether or not we might, schedule it for tomorrow on the 24th. You guys will know as you're watching, obviously. Either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys already want to see more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at _David. And my Discord. Links to those networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys. Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while. Quit